Hey everyone, my name is Penny Zanker, and it's time to reset. This podcast goes beyond just navigating change. It's about new ways of thinking about how you can approach challenges, how you can shift your mindset when needed, create some space and grace for yourself so that you can rethink, recharge, and reprioritize when and where needed. Are you ready to unlock your full potential? Thank you for hitting play and sharing this next episode with me. It's time to reset. Hello. Today I want to talk to you about something that's been on my mind over the holidays as we move into the new year. And really, it's applicable whenever you're listening. It's relevant because it's about clarity first. It's what I need right now. And probably it's what you need right now as well. Coming back to clarity first and what it looks like every single day. There is the subtle moment at the start of every day that most people overlook. It's the moment before we react. If you open your email first thing in the morning, you're starting with reaction mode. That moment that you were seeking for clarity, gone. Because it has to happen before you open that email, before we absorb other people's priorities. Because when we open our email, then what happens is you shift from your highest priorities to everyone else's. And it's all downhill from there. You know what I mean. And so that moment either happens intentionally or it quietly disappears without you even noticing. I noticed this firsthand recently. I drifted from my regular practice. What happened is that I started my day without clarity. And the reason this happened was because some things shifted. I was working on a project with someone overseas, and I would begin each morning checking my email and my messages to see if anything had come in from them so that I could connect and make sure that they had what they needed to continue working, answer any questions. And that felt like the responsible thing to do. It felt like it was necessary. And at the same time, it completely threw off my entire ability to create that clarity in the morning because I didn't take that moment first thing to gain the clarity that I needed. So I started my day in reaction mode, and it just went from one thing to another thing to another thing, all reacting on what was happening around me. It was taking my focus from my highest priorities. And even though this project was important, my clarity at the start of every day is even more important. Whatever's happening with you on a day-to-day basis, I encourage you to do the same, to start with clarity first. I recognized that my energy was scattered, and at the end of the day, I would feel frustrated, feel like I hadn't made any progress, or at least for the things that mattered. Does that sound familiar? Right? You're human. I get it. Well, today, there are so many things that are competing for our attention. We have our emails that are popping in and notifications happening and text messages and ads that are vying for our attention, social media, multiple people maybe who are assigning different priorities to you at work. Without clarity first, our focus gets diluted. And that affects everything. Your presence, your creativity, your ability to stay on task. It's important that we understand to take that moment at the start of every day and decide what matters before your effort begins. That way you can direct your effort and even right-size your effort. Even the most capable and motivated people, they flounder. Their actions lose alignment with their goals and intentions. Be looking for the signals, frustration, mental fog, ending the day feeling like you're unproductive. Creating this moment of clarity enables you to step back and see what's on your plate, to get some perspective by zooming in and zooming out and right-sizing your effort for each activity and what value it provides to the overall result. And then you can realign to what actions are really going to be on your schedule. So I've included the link for the 135 Daily Planner. It's a free one-day worksheet that you can use to gain clarity in that morning reflection as you're focusing on clarity first. There's also a 30-day version that I'll also put in the notes if you want to write on it and have it in a book form so that you can reflect back on it. That's also possible. Starting your day with clarity first creates a filter. It protects your energy. It improves your presence. It sharpens your communication, and it helps you to stay creative and resourceful. It helps you to focus on what truly moves the needle. And it also helps you to challenge those false urgencies, because things often feel urgent that aren't. So you need to ask yourself, is this really urgent? Does this really need to happen today? Does this need to happen and be done by me? That's an important question too. Who could you delegate it to? And until you ask some of these questions, then you may be stuck in false urgencies. Maybe a client or someone at work has come and given you a new assignment. Well, don't just accept it as urgent. Ask them, when do you need this by? How do you want this delivered? As all one thing or in separate deliverables where you might be able to break it out into 4 different parts, do one thing today, the next thing tomorrow, right? How do you organize and stay true to the things that are really priority? So thank you so much for being here, for listening and being part of this community. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Hey, thank you for spending this time with me. It really means a lot. If you're feeling a little off, distracted, overwhelmed, stuck, or just out of sync, remember that's your signal to reset. And that's all it takes, just recognizing one reset moment at a time. So stay tuned for more tips, tools, tricks, stories, strategies, all here on Time to Reset. We'll see you in the next episode.